it's so right. Let me turn everybody on. Are you suitably turned on, everyone?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I can be honest. You really hit that spot right there.
Oh, do you want to know? Everybody's in the right. Everybody's in the right place, apart from two people.
So not everybody then.
Me and
No, you're Medivac. You're in the right place.
Me, I'm the wrong place.
That's what she said.
No, Mr. Pickles, you are. It was Kangaroo and Fish were in the wrong, so they automatically lose initiative on the first.
Not the first time, the round one.
Animal names don't work.
Combat movement is the most contested thing ever in Mythras. I mentioned it in a podcast once, and I got a message on Discord saying, "You opened it. It was your fault." as everybody started to chip in. I am going to try to get a panel together on Mythras Matters of Laws. Rodney, who does classic fantasy. Sorry, Lawrence will do Mythras. Either Brian or Mike, who would do Destined. And then a combat specialist, and then Matt Eager, who's the rules guru. I want to put them all together in a room and sort it out, because it's the most contested part of the rules ever. It's quite...
we started combat on the other Monday, and it was like, do I move 6, 18, or whatever it is, 20, whatever it is? And is that just one movement, or is that all my movement? And then it's like, I can't remember.
So you move,
because you never catch up the person in front of you otherwise.
Yeah. So basically, everybody normally has about 6 meters of movement per round. So it's actually split up into turns. So in turn 1, you can do 3 meters. In turn 2, you can do 3 meters, which adds up to your 6. You can walk and do combat at the same time, but if you run, you can't do anything else. You double everything up and move it in your turns, and most people do not. They got 3 action points. They don't tend to move in the 3rd turn. And if you want to charge, you have to take up all your actions in the rounds just to move. But people can pop you off with arrows as you run past everybody, which is even more complicated. So anyway, yes, it's very contested. So, does that make sense? Anyway,
it does. We may homebrew it.
The actual Mythras rules, the Mythras core rulebook actually says you can move as much as you want, as long as the GM lets you.
That's the rule in every game, isn't it?
That's awesome.
You do whatever the GM lets you get away with.
Yeah,
exactly. Brilliant. Welcome in, everybody. Sergeant Sockham is in the chat, and so is Alqua, which is absolutely fantastic. And Darthy End was really pleased that we're playing today, because he feels that it's been months since he's had his daily dose of Mythras. So it's fantastic.
I grew a beard since last time we played.
I'm a year older.
Yes.
A couple of days.
My children have had children.
So anyway, we are here in all our glory, and we're up to part 6, I think, of Rise of the Spirits. The actual we've got to a point that the party have actually found the location of where the blight actually emanated from, the spring or the source. And in the last session, they battled a whole load of hordy little impy things, and then Cyrus went for a fly as a bird down the well, and had a combat down there as well, I do believe. And then he came back up, and we decided to camp for the night. And you can see everybody's huddled together. And I would just like to say at this point, your magic points have returned. They are back. Okay. I'll let you sleep through the night. Because I think you used quite a lot of it in the last session. Luck points are back up as well, and you've got 1 heroic point for this month left, and then you'll get 3 at the beginning of June. So be warned, there's only 1 left hovering above Medivac's head. But before we actually start this session, I'm going to let the players introduce who they are and who they are playing tonight. So you can put names to faces, and we'll start off as ever with you, Mr. Pickles.
Oh, I am Mr. Pickles, and I'm playing Bartleby Fumus, who is our team's theist, and he serves the goddess Amriel. That gives him the ability to heal and boost his allies. All of his prayers and miracles that he can perform are basically helping allies. He does have a shock spell, which is his only way to contribute in a fight. He can stun enemies loudly, but he also has a staff, so he's learning some defensive methods. He's mostly our team's knowledge guy. He has lots of knowledge on history, monsters, and a little bit of poison, just so he can treat it better. Bartleby is a friend of the police, which doesn't help out here. And with that, I'll pass the mic.
Sorry, friend of the police.
Friend of the guards is how it's written, but I thought it'd be funnier to say.
Oh yeah, got you. Nice.
I will pass
pass
the mic to the caster who can actually do some damage, Captain Kangaroo.
Medivac. Oh, sorry.
Hey everyone, I'm Captain Kangaroo. I play Osiris Alias. He's the guy that does things. Like if there was, like, for example, if like the team was like had to go down a well, he'd be like the one people to go down it. And then they can like stay up and like take naps and do whatever. He'd be like the one, like, trying to move the story along. But besides that, he's really talented at other places too. So, main character energy, whatever it be. But I'll keep it simple and nice, and I'll pass the mic to Medivac.
You can't, I'm laughing. Oh, brilliant. Right. Hi, everybody. I'm Medivac, and I play Hazra Khan. He is the group scout tracker, go-to pointy spear attacker. He wears light armor, padded armor, should I say. He's very dexterous, quite tall. Also, he is a selfish protector.
Was that a dig? Gotta point out height. Why?
A little one.
No one asked.
He's a selfish protector. He will help his friends. He will dive into danger for them. He will take damage for them. He has a black arm. His left arm is all black because he was trying to take a seed, which was this damaging stone, away from somebody who was trying to use it, and it turned his arm all black because he was not worthy, apparently.
You are not worthy.
Not worthy. He's also a friend of the Dryads. When he spoke to them in the woods, he's a member of the Brotherhood who also keep track of the change in the biomes of what's happening and how nature and civilization interact with each other, and also try to maintain a balance, because there must be a balance. And with
there
that,
must be a balance.
With that, I shall pass on to Diggity Dex.
I'm Diggity Dex. I play Tarek, who is the barbaric shaman of the group. He's covered in bones and leather and trinkets of all sorts of oddities that are a little macabre. And he doesn't really know much about where he's from, or kind of learning as we go about him. Last thing he remembers was being literally swept off his feet and woken up on a beach. So when he awoke, he happened to be upon a group of people, and one of those happened to be Fishy.
Hello. I'm Fishy.
That was a nice. That
Merrick.
was a
That
nice.
was a very
segment.
smooth. That was caught me by surprise. In fact, that was so smooth.
I was actually quite
Yeah.
professional. We should all learn.
Yeah. I'm playing Merrick, who is a duelist, city boy, and a seeker. Though nobody knows that yet, so keep it under your hat.
Like he looks for like mushrooms in the forest. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, he's a truffle pig, but
That's it. Absolutely. That's him. Yeah.
Where would that come up? We don't know, but okay.
I'm hoping that'll come up, because otherwise it's a completely wasted portion of the character background.
Yeah, completely.
Okay, back to Inwills.
Right. I didn't know you were. I thought that was meant to be a top secret.
Yeah, I just wanted to tease it a bit. That's all.
Yeah. I nearly had a heart attack.
He
So
forgot.
yeah. So the party have travelled through a bog in search of the source of the blight, the corruption, the large animals, the swamp or bog spirit. It's all happening, and the party volunteered themselves to go off and find what the source of all this was, and to exterminate it. They've been through they've had a tough time so far. They've been attacked by night terrors from the sky, who nearly picked up Bartleby and flew off with him. They've been attacked by some young adult crocodiles or alligators. They've been attacked by what appeared to be tribal ghouls that were immune to normal weapons, and a farmer's spirit that was left behind after the devastation. And they've also got attacked by hundreds of imps last week, a long time ago, that came out of the houses and attacked them. That's the little well in the center there, that it's quite obvious that the blight emanates from. This is the source of it. The party did have a long discussion last week about how to get down. There is a well shaft there that is, I think it's 30 meters depth. There are some other tunnels or shafts in a lot of the houses around that these imps came from. But Cyrus actually flew down as a bird and had a look at what was down there last week. He dealt with some eggs that burst open and had little imps crawling out of them. And then they all came back up the top, and they were discussing before they went to bed how to actually get down into the area below. And that's where we left it. So I suggest we start off by saying that all your watches went according to plan. If anything, there seems to be less night terrors around this general area. You hear them now and again far off in the distance, but they seem to be almost like avoiding this area. And apart from that, the weather continues the same, to be damp and drizzly. And you notice that there's that smell of damp, rotten wood and mustering piles of hay and dead leaves and plants. The whole area is not a pleasant place. And even walking now, as you sort of like do your early morning business, you notice that the ground is still very wet and sodden under your feet. Apart from that, your magic points will be back to full. Bartleby, yours will be full minus whatever you had to put into your devotion pool. Did you have to siphon any off?
Yep, 3 points.
Okay, so you'll be 3 less. And yeah, that's where we left it. So as you huddle round your rather small, measly fire, eating probably dry rations. Cyrus, your bottle of wine probably ran out a long time ago. So you're having an alcohol-free morning. And
just a little bit of vomiting, not too much, just a little
not
bit.
too much.
About me. Since it's been 24 hours, is my spirit back up again?
Which spirit is that?
The on death.
Sexy one.
No, the death spirit.
Why would it not be?
It was hurt, and in
Oh,
order for it to get all of
yes.
its
Yes, it
tenacity
will be
back,
back
it needed
up.
24 hours.
Yeah, it will be recovered.
Okay.
And you can, it's gently rocking in its fetish. It's a lot happier now. Right, so just Cyrus likes to move the adventure on. So we'll move over to the plan on how are you going to navigate down underground.
Please forgive me, but I slept last night. I cannot remember what we discussed.
There's a slide, right? Bartleby was talking about a slide.
That's the path I'm going to take. I know some of you are more confident in your climbing ability to climb down the well, but me, no.
Yeah, I'm not great at climbing.
Well, I think we could climb because didn't the well go down and then go like a bottle shape at the bottom, so it's spread out. Like so look down and then
so we can fall and then tumble off to the sides.
There's a cavern at the bottom of the well, isn't there? So
yeah,
there's a bit,
up, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a bit of a drop between the bottom of the well. I think Cyrus noticed last time that it looks like the ground has been removed from below the well, the end of the well. So it looks like there's been some excavation underneath, and that has caused the water level to drop here. So hence why there's nothing left in the well.
Wouldn't pass inspection, probably couldn't resell the property.
Yeah. So yeah, so you have a number of options here. All the options, I'm just taking your numbers off, so don't worry. You can, if you wish, climb down the well. Okay. You do have some rope with you, and so you can actually climb down the well. Cyrus, you of course can change form and fly down if you want to use your magic points up at the beginning. Or there's a number of shafts, or they're probably, the diameter is probably enough for a human to get down. They're not that big. You might have to do some shuffling if you get stuck down them, but they're a little bit bigger than the imps.
Sort of like 2 feet circles.
Claustrophobe's nightmare.
Yeah, yeah. And they're not smooth either.
So if you were imp sized, it would probably be pretty easy.
Do you have a spell that makes you go to an imp size?
No, I'm just saying in case anybody looks at their character sheet and sees their size is low. If only we had somebody in the group like that.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know anything about that, but I know that Cyrus can already get down there, because of his abilities. So
I thought Cyrus was going to demonstrate an entirely new branch of shape-shifting that we haven't seen before. Fly down and turn into a giant mattress, and then we were just going to drop down and land on Cyrus.
Yeah.
Is that not right?
Or a trampoline.
Yeah.
I need another Wonder Twin to turn into a mattress.
Cyrus, you actually got a mention in my video, my Mythras rules video, all about traps. You actually do get a mention. It's not out yet, it's scheduled, because I work about 2 weeks in advance. So
alert.
Yeah, and there's a little cartoon as well.
Oh wow.
It is
Hired an
Cyrus
animator?
Cyrus that gets a mention. So yeah, what would we? I think was Max's. What was Rohan?
Yeah.
He was all sort of like mechanisms and locksmiths and things like that, wasn't he?
Sounds like
And
Max.
chains.
And chains. Yeah, he had a chain. I remember that.
Yeah, chains and whips was his whole thing, right?
And daggers.
So yes, so I'm going to move you all out of the safety of that hole and pop you near the whale. Well, so I was reading chat. Somebody said, "Stop saying that Cyrus is pint-sized. It's more picture size." Picture as in a picture of it. Yeah. So what's going to be the plan then? So Bartleby is going to try to get down one of these chutes.
Yeah.
Who's doing chutes?
I'm going to follow Bartleby. I'm going to go down the chutes.
Okay.
I know I'm very agile, but I can't see a scenario where I can jump from here and land safely.
We're confident there's no ladders, right?
Confident there's no ladders. You do have some rope. I think Hazra brought some rope.
I brought plenty of rope.
Yeah.
Loads of rope.
It's me, Fishy, and Hazard that have all the rope.
Well, in that case, can't we just tie the rope together and just drop it down the hole?
I think we have enough rope. Yeah, it's just that Bartleby didn't trust climbing down.
I'm not as athletic as, say, the Nomad or the acrobatic wizard.
You don't have to climb down.
What body strength workouts?
I don't think if I remember rightly, Bartleby didn't want to be lowered down.
I was going to say.
Somebody's going to start laughing.
That would be the obvious thing.
And suddenly leaving go, so he drops a bit and then stop the rope.
Stop the rope. Yeah. Almost made
I don't think I want to be a priest on a rope here.
I mean, it's not like when you were halfway down, we would just tie it off and go away.
It's not the same thing as soap. Okay, it's not soap and a rope.
So Bartleby's going down a tube. Hazra, are you going down the same tube as Bartleby or a different one?
Well, to be fair, I want to back Bartleby up, but then again, I want to help go down the rope. Because that'd be cool.
Or being a selfish protector, do you want to go first?
I'll go with Bartleby first. Yeah.
And make sure that everything's nice and clear for him. Okay, Fishy, what's going to be Merrick's?
Merrick has no problem with climbing down ropes, but I don't like the idea of getting stuck in one of these tube things. So yeah, given a choice, I'll go down the well. Okay
then. So I presume you're taking the 3 bits of rope and tying them together and lowering them down. Okay, you're welling. And what about you? I've forgotten Terek. Is that?
Yeah,
is that
that's the name.
I've forgotten everybody's names. Terek, what are you going to be doing?
I think I'll do tunnels.
My same one as Hazra clears out for Bartleby, or a different one?
Sure. That way I know it's passable.
If the majority of people are going with tunnels, then maybe we should just all go with the tunnel rather than split the party.
Well, do you have a goddess protecting you from cave-ins?
You tell me.
Oh, good point.
Not a lot of moonlight in dark tunnels, is there?
Well,
So, Merrick, are you changing your mind? Have you seen the rest of the party?
Yeah, it looks like I'm the only person going down the well, so I will follow the rest instead.
Okay, then. And Cyrus?
I'm just going to fly down the well.
You're actually going to fly down the well. That's good.
I'm completely cool now to separate myself from the party.
Do you want to extend any of the spell attributes, or are you just doing it basically normal?
It should be.
I can't.
Normal.
Go for
and
it.
Then,
Yeah.
Did I see where they would most likely be exiting into the cavern? Did I see
You've seen you probably saw some that were roughly where these near that house, you can sort of like figure it out.
Yeah.
You do notice that the tubes or the tunnels, the smaller tunnels, didn't just drop vertically down. They seem to be on a slant.
I'll just fly and try to plant myself at the bottom of what tunnels I presume they'll be popping out of, and just
Okay.
try to protect the area so they're not immediately attacked or something if they get stuck or.
Brilliant. So, Cyrus, would you like to just roll your invocation to get your spell off?
Honestly,
You only need to. You only need to spend 1 magic point to get it off. But if, of course, you do really super, it might be no magic point.
Well, I'm going to have to reverse that. So there's 1 luck point because I don't want to embarrass myself in front of everyone.
Okay, then. So 1 luck point later, and you head on down the well. I'll move everybody across, and in a second, Hazra, you're going down the tube first. Is there anything that you're going to do specially? Is there any portions you would like to take or anything?
Yes. My spear is going first. My backpack, I'm going to loop my backpack over my right leg. Tight to my right leg so it doesn't get snagged above me. But yes, I'm going to be leading my spear and making sure it's all clear. If there's any bits sticking out, I'll try to break them off to make it easy for Bartleby to come down.
I think we need to take into account as well that if this opens up into the same cavern that Cyrus has described at the bottom of the well, there's going to be a drop from where we come out to the ground. So we may need to climb when we get to the bottom of the shaft.
That's fine. Once I'm out at the bottom, I can catch Bartleby in that kind of come on. Oh, sorry.
Don't worry,
Nice.
I got you, my lady.
Before you go in, as a precaution,
Princess Bride style. Sorry.
I think it would be good to give you some protection from my goddess if she sees you as worthy.
From your goddess.
What do you from your goddess?
Protection from my goddess.
Oh,
The protection is coming from her to you,
okay.
not protection from her doing anything to you, because that would be a very bad thing. Be a very bad thing if Amriel had abandoned you. So this is my roll.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice. What's that coming off? Some protection.
Yeah. The next source of damage is reduced by 1d3. So if a snake or a large spider tries to bite you while you're down there, you'll live long enough for me to get rid of the poison.
Ooh, I like spiders.
Wonderful. Thank you, Bartleby.
If there's any more imps or terrors down there too, the first hit might not cut your throat open fully.
That sounds like an excellent idea. So I'm good. Merrick's going to attempt to cast that on himself.
Oh, nice. Yes. Some folk magic coming up.
An opportunity to fail another folk magic roll.
Huzzah!
Oh!
Oh, no!
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that. That's a success.
That's almost a first. That's a second, I think.
That's nice. There goes. So both Hazra and Merrick have protection on them.
Once Bartleby does that to Hazra, I'll clasp his hands and say, thank you, my friend. Your protection of your mistress is most welcome.
She can't harm you now.
Cyrus, you turned into an owl last time.
Yeah.
And went down below. And then I think you transformed back and had your glaive with fire blade on in order to see.
Correct.
So what's your plan this time?
I'm going to do the same where I do exactly what I did last time, but that.
Okay, so let me just give you some.
And I don't know if you know this, but my screen on Roll20 is completely black this entire time. I don't know if that's supposed to be or.
Do you not have vision?
Nope. I don't know.
I think I've just
I could try to maybe
hang on.
do it.
Can you see now?
Zoom out. I don't see anything now. I can also try to
zoom
it.
right the right way out on your your view.
I think I'm fully zoomed out. I can try to reload.
You do actually have light at the moment, but I think you
see if what happens.
I'm going to move everybody across to the new map, but you probably can't see anything at the moment. It's probably all black for you.
Okay, I finally see.
Yes, I feel like a rugby player from New Zealand.
Can you see yourself now, Cyrus, with your fire blade up?
Yeah, I can now see myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Hazra, you slide down. I was watching somebody streaming, and this person in a horror game, was sliding down an air duct. And as they were sliding down, there was a flash for what was coming up. And this huge piece of metal had been pulled out and it was stuck up. I just thought, any minute it's just going to slice over his leg. It didn't. He missed it and his camera got caught on it and he got rescued. But that was it. So, Hazra, you head on down. You find that you have to wiggle quite a bit in places, but you do notice that there's a faint amount of blight in these tubes as well. You think they probably haven't been fully covered because of the movement going in and out.
Yeah.
You actually get to the end of the tube and you notice that you're in quite a dark cavern. And you can dangle your legs like over the edge, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I'd be coming down face first, wouldn't I? So what I'd probably do is come out of the tube. How far is it drop to the floor?
Well, it's pitch black down there.
My spear's there, so can I poke it down?
Yeah. You do see somebody.
I want to kill it.
Yeah. Let me just bring
this
up.
Get him.
Let's give you.
And our foe.
Can you see somebody?
I can see Cyrus, and I can see.
You can see Cyrus, yeah?
Cyrus and Tarek.
Probably can't see.
Tarek.
Yeah, I've just moved him out of your light so you can't see him because he's not really there. So yeah, you look down, you can see Cyrus. There's about like 1.5 meters, 2 meter drop down into water. It doesn't look that deep. It's up to Cyrus's sort of like calves.
Right.
And you notice that it's quite murky from what you can see. And there seems to be green stuff floating on the top of it.
Right. I'd like to try to use my spear as I come out to jab it onto the floor. So I'm facing like that. So jab it in the floor and use it to brace myself and try to come down on my feet.
Yeah, okay then. So roll an athletics roll for me. Yeah, you perform that superbly. You could reverse it and get a really good roll, couldn't you?
I could, yes, but it's not opposed, so I don't want to.
Yeah, and you can see Cyrus there. The water's not that deep, but it is quite murky, And you do notice that it gets a little bit shallower at the edges. Can you see where?
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring the rest of you down. Hazra can help each and every one of you get down. You all should be down, and you all should be able to see the light that is being shed by Cyrus.
Yes.
Yeah. You notice in this part there, Cyrus, that if there are any clusters of eggs that you found last time, these are cracked open in this sort of like area.
That's either terrible or good news. I can't tell.
Those might have been the ones that came from the house.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, thank you for all showing up. Took you long enough. I was about to take another nap, but let's go this way. And I point towards.
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
Just 1 second. Can you just roll your folk magic skill, Cyrus? Because you would need to cast it to put your fire blade up.
Oh, of course, yeah, naturally. That makes sense. I also agree.
Thank you. Nobody would see you at this point, so don't worry if you make a mess of it. No, you're fine. But you'll lose another magic point. Yeah, okay then. So you're very limited at the moment, everybody, in your sight here. Is the plan that you're going to light? Yeah.
Cyrus has seen the layout of this place. That's so we're literally going on his lead at the moment. But I think that'll be my friend, or maybe Tegan, or
Tarek.
Tegan. Oh, boy.
Oh God, Tarek. American Tarek. Sorry. Maybe Tarek or Merrick may know somewhere in Battleby to illuminate more.
Yeah, I'm just going to interrupt you. I'm already getting my lantern out of my backpack, so I have staff and lantern.
Nice.
Of course, we have lanterns to do it. I forgot about that.
I just have candles. It's not going to be bright enough.
He does have a lantern as well, don't you?
I have candles and a basic lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got torches. I could swear a lantern, but no, not.
What do I have?
I drew a moon on my lantern.
I have one torch.
Right. Let's put some of this in. I think I messed up with your bright light there.
That's a hell of a lantern.
Yeah, that's what I was suddenly.
Very basic lantern.
A little
LED
bit more.
lights or something.
I like the way the lantern went.
Let's put it like that.
Yeah, that's a radius of a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. We'll put it like that. And was anybody else lighting lanterns at this point?
No, I'm keeping my 2 hands free with my spear.
Yeah.
Hey.
Cyrus, you.
Sorry, I'm talking to 2 dogs. No.
Hey, animals.
hey, my dogs, bro.
Tarek, are you lighting anything or doing anything, or are you?
I have a torch, but I feel like the lantern's probably brighter.
Okay, yeah. And Merrick?
I want both hands for my sword, so I'm going to rely on this lantern.
Nice. Okay, so just to bring you up to speed from what you can see, there is water about calf level. These things here are sort of like stalagmites coming up out of the water. You do notice just by Tarek here, there's some debris from the place above, it looks like some wood has either fallen down there or slid down there or got down here at some point. You can tell that there's a number of different types of eggs. All the eggs are clustered in clutches, and they're either open, i.e. they're sort of like peeled back at the top, or you notice that they're closed and have a thin membrane over them. So much so that, but if any light is brought near to it, you can see the image of inside the fetus of these small imps moving around and sort of like not necessarily ready to hatch, but actually, you know, in this place could possibly hatch.
I thought Captain destroyed them all last time we played, or was that just a
No.
room?
No,
Different area?
just one small area.
Sorry.
Yeah. And just so you know, Captain, it was up here. I think that you were. I think it was somewhere else. So there was another batch that you did.
I remember when I was in a flyby as an owl, I knew roughly where it seems there's like a tunnel, like a larger tunnel leading out north. Correct?
Yeah. So there's actually, let me just get my map up. Yep. So as you come out of the main room, there seems to be a variety of tunnels that are leaving where you are at the moment. So there is one just to the south of you, just coming down here. Mm-hmm. You see where that pile of leaves are? There's a tunnel coming out there. And then there's one out to the east. And there's one that went up to the north.
I suggest we go north. And when I came down, this is roughly where I saw a larger tunnel going, and I feel like that's roughly where the source of all of this is coming from. But it's up to you if you guys want to look around some more. Maybe randomly there's goblins to the east for you, Bartleby, or maybe I don't know. There's lots of padding and hay and feathers.
I hope you two are going to play nicely tonight.
Are we not playing nicely?
It's like two naughty siblings. And
I protected his face from getting damaged when those
Here we
imps
go.
were flying.
Here we go.
We're going to get hit in the face.
I've protected your entire body many times from death.
Yeah, you did. We're best friends.
The best.
Okay, so
I do think I don't feel comfortable leaving things behind us. If we go north, maybe we should check out these other tunnels first.
Oh, whatever tunnel we go down, we're leaving the others behind us, aren't we?
But not if that wasn't where we were going.
But we are going.
I didn't know you guys were part-time philosophers today, but okay.
When Haz was underground, he...
Maybe
I forgot about that. Yeah.
He talks some weird words. Same with being teleported. He doesn't like that.
No, don't like
so
it.
let me run you past what you see down every tunnel, if that would be helpful. So this one here that you're next to at the moment, there seems to be water is flowing from the tunnel into this area. It's not fast moving or anything like that. It just seems to be a gentle flow. You notice that the leaves are actually moving. There's a little bit of shallow ground here, and that's where this vegetation has sort of like congregated. It's probably a bit like duckweed, or some kind of moss plant that is sort of like covering the top, but you do definitely see movement. The other thing is, you notice that these cavern ways these caverns are, they're definitely not person-made. Definitely not person-made. But you do notice that something really weird about it. Can you all make me an insight roll, please? Hazra, yours is going to be hard, by the way, just so you know. Bartleby, oh, that's a good lot of rolls. Yeah, anybody who made the roll, you do notice that the width of this tunnel is always the same. It never deviates. The width is always the same. You also notice that it's slightly, from what you can see, quite cylindrical as it comes out, and it looks very unusual. None of you are really adept at stonework or anything like that. Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
Can I use a memory check? Because I'm sure we've seen a tunnel like this before, or am I thinking of M-Space?
You're thinking of the worm tunnel from M-Space, I think, which we hid in, and then
yeah,
the
I
old
have
man
not
that was
been
with
to
us built a bomb.
space. That's right.
No.
Sorry.
So that's that one. Okay, and now I'm going to move you to the others and give you a bit of description about each of the others as well. So you'll get a rough idea about how big the cavern is. Okay, then. So this is the corridor, the tunnel that goes out to the east. This has some moving water in it, and it seems to come from the southern tunnel round here, and then from round this part, and then it flows on through this tunnel. This tunnel is a lot smaller. Okay, you can probably get down it on hands and knees, but it also looks more natural. It's very much, it looks like the water has eroded a small fault in the rock, and over the years it sort of like eroded it and eventually formed this stream tunnel. Like I say, you'll probably have to go on hands and feet to crawl through that one. And then I'm going to show you the last one now, which is right the way up here. So you can see how big the cavern really is. Okay, then. So this tunnel, this is the one that leads from the north, but it looks like it curves round to the west just as it leaves. This has been chiseled. Okay, you can see the pickaxe marks on it. And you also notice that it goes for a certain amount of distance and then it actually stops. It looks like somebody was trying to make a way out of here, or trying to fashion a way out. The other thing that you will notice is that now and again down here, there seems to be some marks in the ceiling as well, as if it looks like somebody was trying to dig up. You do think that their tools were probably quite crude. You're not too sure how long it took them to do this, but it doesn't look excellent work. It looks very sort of like hit and miss. And those are your 3 tunnels. I'm going to put you back in the middle.
Where should we go?
Well, if you say the north one is not complete, there's no real point going there, is there? The one to the
really.
east, as nature dictates, water will always find the way. It looks like it's made that hole itself. So I do believe that the west is this strange opening that's symmetrical.
The one down to the south.
The south, sorry. That seems like the only alternative, really.
And can I try to go into spirit mode, like take 5 minutes and see if I can see any spirits coming out of any of the caves?
Yes, by all means. Roll your trance. Yeah, you after some time you slip your perception as your eyes go milky white into to view the spirit plane and spirit world. The first thing that you notice is that there's no spirits in this place at all. It seems quite devoid of anything like that. It looks like everything is quite natural.
Okay. Well, that's good news, I guess. Cave is devoid of spirits.
Is that good?
I mean, it means that there aren't any
Nothing's
restless
going
spirits.
to attack you. Yeah.
You know, there aren't any farmers that are upset after dying a horrible death that want to kill us. So there aren't any restless spirits down here of former miners or whatever tried to claw their way out of that tunnel.
Good point.
But it also makes me feel a little bit more comfortable that maybe the shaman's reach hasn't gotten this far yet. I don't know.
You do notice that the blight is actually on the walls of the southern tunnel. It definitely looks like it's come from there, then spread into this area.
Does look like the source of all this might be down that tunnel.
All right. Looks like we should go down that tunnel.
Here we go.
Okay, then I need to know
Marching
the order. Yeah, the order that you're going down.
I'll go first.
Second, because I have the.
How high is the ceiling of this tunnel?
It's about the same as it's wide, so it's about 1.5 meters. So you can walk through it stood up. Cyrus can, of course, easily stand up in it
because he's so.
I mean, I should probably be the fourth one with somebody else behind me to prevent ambushes.
Shall I bring up the rear?
Yeah, we can do that.
And then
so who's going second?
Me.
That was our sorcerer.
Yeah. And then
Barley, do you want to be next so you're closer to do Blade Sharp on Azra?
Oh, good point. Yeah, no, I'll be third then.
And then I'll do fourth, and then Merrick will go.
Yeah, I'll come up the rear.
Okay. So from here on in, rather than putting new maps up all the time of just a variety of caverns, we're going to switch to Theatre of the Mind from this point onwards. The other thing that I want to almost like convey to you is the expanse of these underground tunnels. You can go through an area more than once. An inside check will tell you whether or not you've gone through the caverns more than once. I will always refer to direction of tunnels as from the direction south being straight down. And then if anything happens, not that anything would happen underground, we'll do combat, but you just have to think about what's happening. Hazra, you set off leading the way down this tunnel. And the first thing you notice is definitely how smooth the bottom of the tunnel is. There seems to be no rocks or anything there, and it reminds you quite peculiarly of earthworms that move that tunnel by eating the soil behind in front and then passing it out behind. You actually think, Hazra, as you're going down, that the sheer size of this,
it's
if
humongous.
it is, it's going to be something quite, well, very big, and with a very powerful mouth if it's been chewing through the rocks. Bartleby, you can make me a law monster check. Yeah, you have heard rumors of giant worms that have live underground, that never come out from the ground, but it's really was stories from long ago. There's been no record or talk of these for a long time. Hazard, you do notice that there is definitely a gentle flow of water past your feet at the front. Even so much that you can see the water, any leaves or something that comes down sort of like divert round your feet.
So
and
the water's coming from the direction we're walking towards?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So you're going against the current at the moment.
Well, Hazra is in his heightened state because he doesn't like to be down here. He's got better things to do with his life. But he's spear out and is cautiously walking forward and watching where his feet go. He will occasionally test the depth of the water below him as he moves forward.
Okay, I've actually put the map up on the stream. So if you are in the stream, don't look, because otherwise you're going to see where you're at. So after you seem to be walking only for about 20-30 minutes down this perfectly cylindrical tunnel, when you notice that it comes into quite a large cavern. You notice you enter it from the north, and there's 2 tunnels leaving it from the south. One seems to be exactly the same as the tunnel that you're going through at the moment. The other one is a lot smaller. You actually think that you can get down it, but you're going to have to stoop in order to get down it. It's that small. You also notice at this point that the tunnel that is the stooping one is not level with the ground. There's a slight lip up onto it, and the water doesn't flow from that one at all. It continues down the southern one. This whole cavern looks quite natural. It looks like it might have been eroded by water, but you do notice that there's more and more of the blight in this one. You notice that the ceiling is covered with it, and it's on the walls. It tends not to be on the floor that much, but you do notice, Hazra, that there seems to be, in the blight, it looks like something's being dragged through it. I tell you what, everybody, you know when you wake up and you see snail trails in the morning? Does everybody know what I mean about that? Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like something's been moving around this and almost like flattening the blight or smearing it. There doesn't. Yeah.
Wait, you have snails all across your room? What?
You wake up and you see snails immediately?
Snails
Yeah,
everywhere.
like you clean your room, bud.
I don't know what we're talking about
Okay,
now.
never mind.
Snails, they're good for you. They're good for you.
Yeah,
Escargot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and so there's two tunnels leaving from the south, and you all come into this cavern, and Bartleby, you hold up the lantern, and you can see the blight. There is some water dripping now and again from this the ceiling of this cavern, but it does look quite natural. You can stand up really easily. There's quite a bit of headroom in this one.
Okay.
And I would like you all to make a perception check.
Oh,
Perceive or not to perceive? That is the question.
So Tarek gets a crit.
did now.
And was he the only one that survived, that did it?
Asura.
So did you want from me as well?
Yeah, everyone. Everyone. Tarek got a crit. Bartleby failed. Merrick failed. Cyrus fails. But Hazred. Okay, so the only two people who feel this is Hazra and Tarek. And you, Tarek, you feel it more often. Every now and again, the floor appears to almost like vibrate. There tends to be a little shudder now and again, and you can feel it through your feet. Yeah, both of you feel it.
There's a tremor. Anybody else feel that?
You feel it too?
Yeah.
It's very faint to me. Yes, I can feel something, not very often, but I can feel it.
A tremor.
Maybe if you get further in ground, more earthquakes or something. I don't know. But I'm not a.
Well, that can't be good on any scale.
I'm sure it was just your imagination. I didn't feel nothing.
Where are you guys
And
feeling
interesting. Merrick, just as you say that, you all feel a tremor.
All right, I'll take it back.
And it's you feel as if there's something beneath the floor.
All right.
So I think there's something. I'm something big, right?
Yeah, maybe what made these caves, like Bartleby was saying.
Yes.
But it's supposed to be dead by now, the thing that made these caves.
If you live underground and be that big, I'm sure there's no predator for it.
I mean,
maybe it has offspring.
Lindo did a lot of tunnels underneath ground, and they never found any living things like this.
I don't know, maybe this is a different area, maybe.
On the other end, there's a bog has appeared out of nowhere. So are we really going to rule this out?
Yeah, logic is kind of out the window.
Could you make for me athletic evade rolls? Cyrus, you can use acrobatics.
Super cool.
Oh, I'm crit failed.
I'd like to go ahead and use a luck point to reverse mine.
Why is
right.
why is yours a grade harder?
Due to encumbrance.
I don't know.
Are you carrying
I'll have a
rocks?
look.
No.
Yeah, it hasn't come up like that before. But that is a fumble. But you don't forget to tick it. So let me go through it. Bartleby, you're going to use a point of luck
Already
to
spent it.
reverse. Yeah, and that's fine. Fish.
I'm deciding whether to re-roll this. I think the answer is yes. I'm going to re-roll this. So let's just give it another go.
Oh, good choice.
Right, yeah, that'll be me.
Good choice. Cyrus, you make it.
That's right.
Hazra, you do not.
No, I think I'm going to risk a re-roll. I can feel my footing. Spider sense is tingling, but not that well.
But not not tingling.
Let's tingle
enough.
into
Tingling for the
danger.
wrong reason.
Ouch.
Okay, as
Sorry,
you're
dog.
out, as you are discussing and talking about things underground, all of a sudden something erupts from the center of the room. I'm going to show you it on this. Can you see that?
I can only see the edge of it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's
look
not in
happy.
the light.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
better?
now it's in the light, and I wish I couldn't see it.
So all of a sudden it erupts from the actual floor, and you're almost like flung backwards. But some of you fare better than others. Okay. So Bartleby, you actually you get flung to one side and you land down on the ground, but luckily you don't hit anything. Okay, you are prone, but you're fine. Fish, Merrick, sorry, you too get knocked out to one side, and as you land, you'd suddenly notice that a huge stalagmite was right next to you, and it's only luck that has moved you to one side before getting impaled. You too are prone. Cyrus, you were successful, so you get pushed to one side. You just land prone on the floor. However,
wait, I should be prone because it's acrobatics.
Oh yes, no, yeah. So the actual roll is to avoid damage. That's what we're using it for, rather than to avoid being prone. So it's not actually an evasion; it's just a method to not take damage. So you're away from it, but safe. However, Terek and Hazra, you get flung back, and as you land, you hit something, or something hits you.
So can I just ask why Tarek is one grid harder due to encumbrance?
I don't.
It doesn't matter. I still rolled a
right,
99.
It rolled a
Oh, bless you.
99, so
It
it's
doesn't matter. I found out what the issue
Let's
was.
see.
I fixed it.
Have you done it? I was just going to look into it. But,
It's fixed. I fixed it.
brilliant. Yeah, that was Hasbro, when you said, "Oh bless, sorry," that was. Oh, never mind.
Oh well.
So Hazra, this is you. You take some damage in your 7.
Question: I had given a protection on him. Would that have burnt off by now, or
It would have. I would have thought so.
Yes, mainly because the last scene was coming down into the whatchamacallit. So you take 3 points of damage to your 7, whatever that is.
Yeah, abdomen.
Armor will not stop it.
No. Get,
Yeah.
go on. Get Buster. Sorry. 1 second.
I didn't know whether or not I didn't know whether or not it was Lisa or not. I didn't know.
I thought it was just role playing. I thought that's what he was saying to the worm.
Buster.
Your dog's
babysitting
sitting.
a Vizsla. Yeah, it's only a puppy.
Oh,
It's only
what?
a Vizsla, 16 weeks old. It's like
I don't
a
even know
monster.
what it.
Polish
Oh, right.
dog. Yeah.
I was sat out in the garden at my mom's garden. My sister brought her new man with a dog that came straight up and just licked my leg. And it's just like, what? It's just like, I hate it.
That's how they soften it.
I was wearing shorts and I couldn't do anything, and I had to go in and anti-vac it with some soap. It was awful. I've already got one leg now. Yeah, you just can't see them. And Tarek, this is you.
Oh,
this is a damage coming into your 19.
My head, I'm dead. I'm so dead.
And this will do 1 point of damage.
Okay, never mind. I'm not dead.
Into your head. Okay, so this erupts out and everybody gets thrown to one side. Some of you landing awkwardly, some of you narrowly missing stalagmite as you come fall down. And yeah, and in the middle of you all is this huge worm. And at that point, I would like you, please, to roll some initiatives for me.
Oh, yes. I'll roll it for you.
Character.
Bummer.
Yeah, figures.
Let me just add mine in.
Dang, fish.
Right,
Oh,
here we
full
go.
Hazra goes first, but Cyrus and the worm are tied.
Right, in which case we'll let Cyrus go first.
That is right.
Try to run away before I swallow him. And Tarek is bringing up the rear. Okay then. So the first Merrick, we're coming to you. You are prone on the ground.
I would like to get up. I don't want to be prone.
You can get up. I will also allow you to draw your weapon as well as a double action if you wish to.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, okay then. Bartleby, you're on 17.
This thing doesn't look like it's just traveling through, correct? It looks like it sees us and is coming after us.
Yeah, roll your law monsters.
I'm guessing that it's after us, so I'm just going to go
academic thought.
I'm going to go ahead and put on my medic armor as my action.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Roll your exhort.
Ooh.
Ooh, he does it without any magic points lost as well.
Heck yeah. Amriel.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, let's
I'll put a shield on.
Yeah, you can decide your own shield. You can see them. And what is that?
That's me saying no swords. No.
No swords. Got ya. Hazrat, you up.
I'm muted. I am going to stand up. I'm going to get my spear and try to lift myself up. I'm ready for action. That's my first
Okay,
turn.
then. Yeah, so you're up with your weapon drawn. Cyrus.
I'm going to start casting Smother. But I'm going to go for full intensity. So max intensity.
Magnitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's intensity? What does that mean then?
Your intensity is always set.
Okay.
As your invocation. So that determines how powerful the spell is. Your magnitude is how resistant it is to other people dispelling it.
Oh, okay. So I think my intensity is supposed to be 8, I think.
Yeah. So it's a bit like you know when you do rack
Yeah.
Because you can use lower intensities, but most people just cast it at the maximum amount.
Okay.
You know, and then that's it. So you're going to start doing a smother. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't necessarily have to do full magnitude then. I'll just do.
You're going to have to change the range, I would have thought.
Yeah. So range and duration. Because it doesn't say how long the duration is on the spell.
Isn't it concentration?
Is it just okay? If it's concentration, that's fine then. So yeah, I'll just do distance then.
Oh no, it's not concentration. No, it's not.
Okay, so
as a standard with nothing in it, it will naturally last for your power in minutes.
That's fine.
So you probably don't need to touch that, but you'll need to do range is one of them, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And what I do want to verify though, what's the size of this thing? Not to give up. Okay, you don't have to tell me, but is this the size under 8? Is it under 24?
Under 20, yes.
Okay, then we're good. Okay, because I can only do 3 times my intensity.
Yeah.
In size.
So you cast it, and it's not smother is it doesn't have concentration. It's just resisted by endurance, I think. Okay then. So you'll this will be your first turn casting. Okay, so then on the second turn you'll cast a spell, and then you will lose your 2 magic points at that point. Wormy time. Let me just find my sheet here. Okay, this worm is sort of like out, and it's sort of like whirling its head around, and you're all sort of like scattered around, and it actually has to have hard in its current state, just so you know, and you'll probably see why in a minute. And it sort of like lunges out its mouth, lunges out. And Merrick, do you know that stalagmite that was right next to you?
Not there anymore, is it?
It's sort of like it shoots down towards that, and you think it's going to hit you as you get up and draw your sword, and it just sort of like munches down and it goes, and it literally chomps the stalagmite altogether, then comes up, and there's bits of fragments of rock coming out of its mouth as it comes off the stalagmite. Merrick, make a perception check.
Perception check.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to send something to you in, if I can find you, in Discord, if you got
Discord.
it over.
Yeah. Discord open.
Okay, I've sent it.
That does not particularly surprise me.
Yeah, and so as it comes up, everybody, you see these bits of fragments of rock flying out of its mouth. Yeah, you were very grateful of that stalagmite. Tarek, you're up.
I'm going to call forth my decay spirit from my sword and try to give this thing a disease.
Okay, so your decay spirit can manifest, yeah?
With the disease, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then. So the first thing that you need to do is cast your binding skill. Yeah, and so it summons up. Do you have initiatives for your curse spirit?
For my
Is it your decay spirit? Is this one, isn't it? That
initiative of, is that IN, I'm guessing?
yeah.
No,
hang
that's
on, let me-
intensity.
Hang on, let me just look at your
12. So you want me to roll it, right?
yeah, just hang on, don't do
Oh.
that's fine. No, that's fine. That will come on. I'm just going to add it to the add it to here. That's going to be 20. So the next round, it'll come into action. And that's the end of that combat turn. So we're going into combat turn 2, and Merrick, we're with you.
I'm a little torn, to be honest.
Oh, shall I hit it or not?
Yeah, well, see, I'm not entirely convinced it even knows we're here.
Oh. Oh.
But I also don't want it eating me, even if it does so by accident. So maybe if I hit it, we'll scare it off. So yeah,
Are you going to say
will.
anything about the other thing? The information that I gave you or not? You don't have to.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think he would. No, because he hasn't really drawn. I've drawn a conclusion from it, but I don't think he has.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I think I'm just gonna lunge at it with my sword.
Nice.
This is not a good environment for using this sword because it's mainly a big swingy, slashy thing. So I reckon.
Oh, you'll be all right. You got a bit of space.
There is enough.
Stop trying
space
to.
Is there? I'll take it if there's enough space. I'll take it.
There's enough space. Stop trying to make excuses before you do your roll.
Roll, yeah.
Oh no, you actually hit. So this doesn't make any movement or anything like that. So it looks like it's absolutely going to let you have a special on it. So you got special hit location and damage, please.
What the hell special is going to be good against a worm?
Can you like ignore armor or somehow?
Bypass armor would be a critical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get a critical, so I can't do that one. Can I even identify hit locations on it? It's a worm.
Yes, it's literally
a big giant stiff purple worm.
Is that rude?
Worm.
You made a purple worm.
It was the way you put stiff in it.
You said it came out stiff, didn't you?
No.
That was your imagination adding to the scene.
Sorry.
Yeah. You were just fantasizing about this purple worm being stiff as it came out, but it's not.
I think I might go for a bleed.
Ooh, a bleed.
Yeah.
Okay, do some for all of us.
Do one the I need a hit location.
Oh yes, we need a hit location, don't we? Okay. So just roll a d20 because I'm
no, don't roll a d20, roll a d10, please.
D10. Okay.
Yeah.
I've no doubt it's not using the standard hit locations. Whatever that is.
It's only its top half of its body is out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you notice at the bottom of your to hit rolls, you have low, standard, and high. Yeah, high means you only roll a 1d10,
presumably, and
gotcha. that hits it. Okay, 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that you notice as you slash across this worm's skin, that it does actually open up. You actually do get through its rubbery skin, and it sort of like parts open, a bit like slitting down a piece of meat. And you sort of like notice that it's sort of like skin and its blubber are so thick. It's unbelievable. But with a 9, you actually get down and you tear across it. And you cause a slight bit of blood to come out, but not a huge amount. We will check on its at the beginning of next round for its bleed. Curse spirit next, please.
All right. So I'm guessing I roll spectral combat.
So what are you giving it a disease? Yeah.
Yes. And it has a -4 roll to endurance to resist it.
Got ya.
But I'm guessing I have to roll spectral combat to see if it hits first.
That is correct.
Oh, by 1 I missed. I'd like to use a luck point to re-roll that.
Okay, then go for it. Oh, from the sublime to the ridiculous. You're right. Okay, then. So that means it has. We've got 2 intensities things that it does. So the first one goes on first, which is the fever, and then the second one goes onto it as it multiplies. So I need to roll an endurance roll.
-4.
-4. So let me. So I'm going to roll it, and then we'll just take the 4 off it. It won't be difficult with maths or anything. So it fails its roll. So if you look in your description, then this is going to actually start to build up on it. Happens each hour. It will become terminal as this green spirit sort of like sinks its hands into this worm, and you notice that it all of a sudden becomes rotten. And Bartleby, you can see from where you are, there's all these like pus-filled nodules coming up and bursting as this creature presses its infected hands into the worm. The worm does writhe about slightly as we come to you, Bartleby.
I would like to spend my action standing up, primarily so that I can get the lantern out and give good lighting to everybody and see who's injured.
Okay. Brilliant. And then Hazra, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to
we'll do.
Sorry.
Just to let people know, we'll do to the end of this round, this turn, and then we'll break. Yeah, because I've just seen the time.
I'm going to set my foot, thrust my spear in the hope of getting the same location that Merrick did.
Okay, then. So to hit roll.
Did I get a special with the crit or no?
You can't. With that one, we're not doing spirit combat.
Oh,
we're just
right,
doing
right. It's
normal
just regular combat.
Yeah. 56 hits. So I need a special hit locations. Just roll a 1d10 and add it on.
Yeah, well, should we choose location, which would be what was it before, number 1? I think you hit, didn't you?
Yeah, the same place as.
Same place.
Yeah.
Damage is going to be short spear. It's going to be 5.
Yeah, and you whack it in, and it just slides off its blubbery skin. You slice in it, but you don't seem to get down to worm.
Purchase, yeah.
Yeah. And that's your action point done. Cyrus, your spell comes off now.
Right. Oh my. Can I do a point of luck to reverse it?
Yes, you can, because that will make it a crit, so you won't
Yeah.
lose any magic points.
Exactly. I think that's it.
For that. So I will start starving of air via asphyxiation. Okay, then I know what that is. So I have to make an endurance check, which is really difficult for it because you changed very cleverly. You changed it into a crit. So I just need a nice crit spell here. Oh, I don't. So this beast starts to writhe around. It seems to be taking its head up to the top of the room, and it seems to be definitely going some. It's definitely struggling as a huge amount. And as it sort of like moves around, it starts to sway backwards and forwards, and then it just sort of like comes down as part of it. It doesn't look like it's trying to attack anybody. It just seems as if it's whirling around itself. Merrick, you have a choice now. It's not actually attacking you, but you can. It's going to hit you, but you can use an action point and evade it if you wish.
I think I will attempt to evade it, yes.
Yeah, you get out the way. You sort of like dive over to one side. It's not its head that is coming towards you. It's almost like its body, if that makes sense. And it just sort of like whirls past you. You dive out the way as it swings round. And as it comes up over Tarek and Bartleby. And it came for you because you hurt it lots. Tarek, you're up. You're very close to this worm at the moment.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to step behind this stalactite or whatever this is.
You can do that. That's not a problem. Okay, so we're going to take our break there, and when we come back, it's anybody who's got an action point left for third lot. Okay, and then we'll carry on from there. If you're watching in the chat, thanks a lot for coming along and supporting us. We're going to take a 15-minute break now, so we'll be back about 10 to the hour. Yeah, so go off, grab yourself something to eat and drink, grab some snacks, and come back later to see how many of the players I can flatten with my big purple worm. Okay, we'll see you all back here real soon. And I will press that button, and I will turn you off. We're starting back, so don't say anything rude or anything like that. Right, so we're coming up to welcome back, everyone. It's lovely to see you. And we are deep in combat with a giant purple worm. And we've just done 2 turns, and we're coming to the 3rd turn. Then after this, we've got a whole load of rolls to do to see what actually happens. But anybody who's got 3 action points at the moment, you can actually do actions if you've got any. So Merrick, you're actually proned on the ground at the moment.
Yeah, I used my 3rd action point to evade, so that's me stuffed.
You are worm bait.
Yep.
Your spirit doesn't have. It only has 2 action points, I think. I think it does. I can't see it on the sheet, but I think it does. So that's done. Bartleby doesn't have 2. Hazra.
Indeed, seeing my spear pierce this worm's side, I will again brace my foot and thrust away.
Oh, was that the F word?
What?
Look,
No.
Mr. Pickles was so shocked
He
he's
walked
left.
away. Embrace my foot and thrust away.
I thought you said the F word.
No.
Mr. Pickles is in the field position under
No,
his
but
desk
my
right now.
foot.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Go for it.
Again, the same as before. I'm going to try to pierce the same location. So you'd like some damage.
Damage, please. Come on.
Give it to me. Oh, it's 1 point extra.
Oh! That does pierce the armor, but does no damage to it.
But I can see I'm getting there, and I'm ready for the next time.
Cyrus, do you have any points left?
Yeah, I do. Because now I don't have to concentrate on the asphyxiation. I'm going to attack it with my my glaive.
Nice, go for it.
Nice, fun times. No.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's fine.
Reverse it.
Nah.
Okay.
Just chuck some salt on it.
But hey, I got a fumble. So
I'm going to you fumbled it and you whirl round with your glaive going, and it sort of like whacks into the side of this worm. But because it's got so much armor, it sort of like has a bit of a vibration on it. And as you swing around, it whacks into the worm, doing it no damage. But you lose your glaive. It's stuck in the worm at the moment. And you notice, Cyrus, at this point that the worm has started to sink back into the... No, I'm joking.
It's, like it's almost like it's trying to fly away.
Right. Tarek, do you have...
I don't have a third.
Okay. Mr. Pickles is back after walking around away for that rude word being used.
Wait, should I do a roll 1d2?
1d2.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, well, let's see what I can do. 2.
Ouch. 2. So therefore, I've got 2 levels of fatigue.
Does it stack?
Fatigue stacks, yeah.
Yeah. So.
So now I need to make an endurance roll against the bleed. I failed that, so I'll get another level for that. And then all my rolls become hard because of the disease, which means that they're now 1 level higher. So it's a bit like whatever I roll, I need to up it 1 level. So it's going to, any standard rolls would be hard, but I'm fatigued as well. Let's just see what my fatigue comes out as. So it's formidable because of my fatigue at the moment. So 1 stage higher than that will be Herculean. My rolls are going to be at this moment in time. Which brings us back up to the top of the round, for round 2. And Merrick, you're up.
Okay. Right. Merrick is going to get up since he's prone again. But as he does so, it probably will make absolutely no difference. But in his head, it's a valid tactic. he is going to start singing a bawdy tavern song as he gets to his feet, because he reckons this thing is listening for us rather than seeing us. So he's going to try and interfere with that by singing at it.
Okay, then let's hear it then.
No, you do not want to hear that.
Yeah, go on.
Trust me.
Well, role
We'll
play.
It would be rude,
right.
so we can't do that, unfortunately.
The cursed spirit continues to sink its hands into this creatures. You both Tarek and Bartleby, you notice that you could just see these boils erupting of pus and everything down one side of this worm as it sort of like moves further and further up it, sort of like infesting it with more and more of the disease. Chat says sing, 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 Fishy, just so you know.
Chat has never heard me sing.
It's all right. I can mute you so I don't hear it. And we are now coming straight to you, Mr. Bartleby.
I assume I'm seeing this glaive stuck in the monster.
Yes.
Is it as tight?
Really?
I was gonna say, is it as tight of corridors as we see on this map, or am I able to make it over to Cyrus?
No, you can make it over to Cyrus because you're in the middle of a cavern.
Okay, I'd like to rush over to his side and put my hand on his shoulder and give a few words of confidence with the power of positive thinking.
Yes.
You can do this, Cyrus. Your muscles are big.
Yeah, nice. That's
Almost.
good. Almost, but not quite. Not quite. Hasrat, you're up.
Yes, as I listen to the wailing of Merrick about a barmaid and a purple worm, I shall thrust away again. Exactly the same tactic. If it's working, don't change it. If I can find the skill, what have I done? There we go.
Come on. That's nice.
And damage in the same location. Give me more than 6. Oh, yes.
8.
Nice.
Wow.
Almost max.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's 2, isn't it? Okay. Cyrus, you're up.
I'm going to try to get my glaive back from the hide of this beast.
Okay, so remember that your strength has gone up by 14 points.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's actually using might when I give it to him.
Yeah, so put your 14 points onto your strength. That will then increase your brawn roll.
Okay, let's see. So it'd be 24. I think I did it right. I don't know. I'm just gonna press bronze, see what happens.
let me just check that you did it right.
I don't think I did it right because nothing changed on my bronze ability.
Okay, hang on. I'm just coming into your.
Your bronze totally not in the 20s.
Normally. No, it's 38 already, so it didn't do anything. I'll put back to 10, I guess. Do I just add?
Just add it to the size total. No, strength, sorry, total.
Strength, yeah.
Yes. So
okay, now I'll try it. I'll try it now because I just saw it says base 20 to 24. So let's try it now. I'll put 24. Just in case. All right, let's try it.
It's still coming out at 38.
Have you changed the current rather than the base?
Yeah,
changed both of them.
Yeah. Sweet.
Maybe if you go into Brawn itself, again, the actual skill itself and the cog. No. And where's the option to add things? Oh, strength and size. It's just 38 there. No.
Yeah, so you just let's just add what was it, 14 onto the roll, so it'll be what 52 your skill will be now.
Okay. 52?
52,
Right,
yeah.
let's try it. All right. I think that.
Yeah, so 41 will work. Yeah.
Perfect.
So you yank it out. It doesn't do any extra damage or anything like that. Okay, so when I get to the swamp worms turn, it seems to be, I mean, it's got stuff bleeding out of it. It's got boils and pus-filled spots erupting from its side, and it's gasping for breath as this almost like, I presume it's like a whip of fire around its neck. Is that what it looks like, Cyrus? Your smother.
In this case, yeah, it would be like a constrict, like it's constricting right here. I have two smothers.
Yeah.
I have one that's smoke based and one that's when there's no fire involved.
Yeah, nice. So this beast sort of like writhes away around, and on its turn, it starts to go back under the ground, trying to get away from everyone. It's really interesting because as it goes down, the decay spirit's hands stay in one place, if that makes sense, and so it just keeps its hands in it as it slowly rises up. It's going to get down to just its head in this go, because it could normally do it in one fair swoop, but of course it's so tired and bleeding out everywhere, it's going to take it a lot longer. You're not going to that's all it's going to do, try to get back into the ground. Tarek, you're up on 12.
I'm going to try to command this spirit back into the sword.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then. So that's fine. Just
it's just
roll.
an action point, right?
Yeah, you don't even need to. It's only your elemental that you need to roll your binding skill on.
And anyone who's paying attention, it goes back into the sword that Merrick had touched previously.
It's a fancy sword.
Oh, Merrick, that explains something, doesn't it?
That's rather.
No.
Don't touch my sword. Okay then. Round two, turn two, and Merrick, you just got a bit of a head sticking out at the moment. If you would like to take a swipe at it as you sing "Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya."
Clearly singing
tavern
the
song?
Lusty Lass from Lindo.
Oh, it was.
But what the lyrics are for that, I can't repeat on Twitch. We'd all be banned.
Once was a ship that went to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy O.T. Because that's famous, is it not?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
If it's
You're so
recruiting,
nice.
I'm happy to let it go.
Oh my giddy! The GM singing. Let's let's be nice to him.
Get the extra luck point, huh?
Somebody's just told you to whack the worm.
If it's retreating, I'm happy to let it go.
Oh, that's what they're saying. Whack the worm.
Bartleby.
Whack it, guys. Whack it.
I'd like to congratulate. I'd say I believed in you, Cyrus. Good job.
That's right.
Good job. Good job.
Because I'm not going to pursue this either.
That's Hancock, isn't it? That's from the Hancock film, if you've seen it.
Oh, that was a rough movie.
Oh, I was wondering. I thought we were talking about worms, but I guess we're talking about Hancock.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a slippery slope.
Okay.
I'm just going to glide off it.
That's
You
what
know,
she said.
just so you know, somebody sent me an email while I was at work saying we were marking, and they sent me an email saying, "Oh, I'm having lots of fun. Are you having lots of fun marking these assignments?" And I replied, "I don't have fun at work. I only have fun when I'm away from work." And she replied, "I was being sarcastic, Ian."
How do you tell unless someone puts like a winky face emoji?
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
That's what
I have
emoji are for.
no idea.
You need
So, like, if
something.
you could be, yeah, you need a smiley face. That's what we
To be
need.
fair, sarcasm to you is just a 7-letter word beginning with S. No.
I'm not saying anything. Hazra, do you wish to whack the worm?
No, I'm going to attack this. No, I'm not going to attack this monster. I'm going to take a lead off my colleagues here who have not attacked, and knowing that this thing only attacked as a defense of its own space. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I'm going to let it go. We've taught it
Okay,
that
then.
we are a worthy foe.
Cyrus, you notice two of your members of the party step back. The cursed spirit gets summoned back into its blade, and you've got your glaive in your hand.
I'm gonna keep my glaive. I'm not gonna get rid of it into some beast's hide. Do I have to do anything
sure?
with? Yeah, I'm gonna keep onto it. I don't want to lose it. Do I have to do anything to continue on with asphyxiation?
No, smother. It doesn't require concentration, so you're fine.
But do I have to do any rolls or make you do any rolls?
It goes at the end of the round,
Okay.
Not the end of the turn. So, but you're going to let it go, yeah?
Yeah, I don't need it.
Yeah. Okay then. So on its round, it disappears back into the ground, and you notice that as it goes down, it almost like regurgitates rock out of its mouth to cover over the track.
Does a little voice go, "I'm going to get my mum"?
Yeah. That was the little one.
We'll wait for worm 3 to see the bomb.
I was just interested what sort of damage it did if I got a bite on you.
Ouch.
That's not a lot, actually, isn't it?
That must be a small. You must have done a small.
It really is like the worst. Oh no!
1d12.
That was just a bad roll. That was just a bad roll.
Yeah.
These are
what? 3?
Yeah, 1d12 plus 1d8.
Wow! Jesus. You gotta. Okay, there we go.
Potential of 20.
Yeah.
I know. I haven't even got into double figures yet.
Dang!
Oh, this is pathetic.
Of course, it's not doing high damage. It's tired and diseased.
I've paid off the right roll 20 mods.
One more. What? Come on. I give it up.
Thank you for taking all our crap rolls, though, and it makes us easier for later.
A massive worm with a weeny bitty little mouth.
Yeah, it's like a beep, 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 beep. Good grief, my rolls. Oh, this was like last week as well. The last time we had an adventure, my rolls were rubbish as well. Okay, then. Bartleby, is there anything you want to check over with the party?
Hazard and I are the only ones who've taken damage, right?
Yes, as I step forward, rubbing my gut. I think
I'll take a look at that. I just didn't see any blood or broken limbs, and it's hard to tell.
Very badly winded, I think. It smarts a little bit.
Do you need Amriel to make your belly not smart?
That'd be lovely.
How many hit points have you lost in it?
No. It doesn't. If he needs the help, I'll call on Amriel to.
You could do first aid on him, though. You could bandage him.
That's true. I do not believe it requires Amriel, but maybe a healing touch from my priest friend.
How many hit points have you lost?
3.
Oh,
I'd be rolling a
Yeah.
D3, I think, if I roll healing.
you would.
I trust you, Bartleby.
yeah.
I trust you.
But
Yeah.
heal. What's your other one? Heal wound or heal body?
I have folk magic of heal.
That's
They would
about the
heal a
trolls
minor
over
wound.
there.
Oh yeah, that will restore all hit points. Yeah.
And rather than giving you medical attention, I'm just gonna pray.
Yeah, so that
Nice.
will restore hit points. I think Merrick's got us. No, Merrick's fine. Who else got a slight bump?
I got a bump on the head.
Oh yeah. Was it 1 hit point that you took?
Yeah, it was 1.
And did you have armor on your head?
Oh, I did.
Yes. Yeah, but it went through it.
It went
yeah.
through. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So Tarek's lost a hit point as well.
Well, you already refused help for the bruise on your head.
What? I did?
I don't know. I thought you said save your.
Oh, I was just saying all I need is really a bandage, but whatever.
Okay, yeah, I think I got some bandages in my backpack. I'll wet one up and
wrap him up like Mr. Bump round his head. Are you doing healing? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, roll your healing skill.
By the power of science.
That's nice. And then a 1d3.
It's not.
It's going to do well. There you go. A little bit extra just for you. Okay, so you have 2 routes out of this cavern, if you remember. There's one, both on the south. One of them is worm size and goes to the south. The other one, if you remember, is up 1 level, and it will require you to sort of like crawl on your, stoop down and crawl through it. Which one would you like to go down?
Do you think
That
that
thing-
sorry.
So that thing had no eyes. I reckon it was listening for our footsteps, and that's how it was targeting us. So we might want to move a bit quiet if we don't want another one to attack us.
That's very true.
Yeah, especially now that we don't have a Humvee with full of explosives. Distract it.
That's true. Yes.
Somebody's been having some tall tales said into their ear, drinking too much.
If only somebody stole a grenade launcher, would be all right.
Yeah. Hashtag callback.
Yeah.
A call forward.
Call forward.
Oh, I guess maybe, I don't know.
Mythras in the future. I think the tunnel up here must go to the surface. I think maybe these people who dug these tunnels broke into these worm caverns. Who knows?
Maybe
They're trying to dig out the other way because they were caught by making strange movements.
Yeah, but worms don't cause blight.
No.
Like,
No. They're protecting
Could
the area.
blight, make these worms though? Like similar to what we know with all the other creatures we've been running into?
Oh, like the big lizard type creature. The crocodile.
If anything, the worms might have been feeding on the blight.
True. Maybe they've become corrupted by the blight, made them what they are right now. I don't know.
They were small, now they're huge.
Yeah, maybe.
Exactly.
I cannot wait to meet the ants.
okay.
There seem to be a more concentrated source that the blight is coming from.
Yeah. I think we need to follow the blight, don't we?
Yeah,
wherever it seems thickest. That's where we want to go.
So the one that you can go walk down has a bit of water in the bottom, but it has blight up at the top. The other one to the south that you're going to crawl down has a lot more blight in it, a lot more.
I really don't want to go down that, but it does look like the right way.
It does indeed.
I thought that the shaman was human up until now.
Now you don't.
Mm-mm.
Let us push forward. I will lead the way again.
Okay then. So I take it that you're going to
We're going to Blighty.
put your put your scarves around your mouth and nose again.
Yep.
Like you did when you were on the going across the bog, and you start to crawl down this tunnel. The first thing that you notice, Hazra, then the rest of you notice as well, this is not smooth. This is quite rubbly. There's sharp bits of rock sticking out all the time, and you are actually crouched down on all fours, making your way through the tunnel. It goes on for you, crawl along this tunnel for 5 or 10 minutes, and then it opens up into a cavern, and the cavern, you can see across the opposite side of the cavern, a corridor continues. That seems to be bigger than the one you're in at the moment. But this whole cavern in front of you is covered with stalagmites and stalactites. Some of them actually join in the middle. And as you look out, you can see that many of the stalagmites seem to be rather sharp looking, almost like razor sharp bits of rock sticking out of it. You're going to have to be very careful if you wish to go across this room to make sure that you don't get cut by any of this. There doesn't seem to be any safe way to get through from where you are. Hazra, you see this and relate back to everybody else.
Will, we've got to be careful. I mean, I'm kind of panting a little bit as I'm coming through here because I'm not comfortable. But there seem to be the stalagmites and stalactites. They're very sharp and dangerous. We need either to break them or to be very careful going through them. And with that, I'm just going to tumble out the front into the chasm and just breathe heavily with the openness of the space I've now got.
So the tunnel comes in at the bottom of the cavern, if that makes sense. So you sort of like stand
get out
up.
and tumble out and just stand up.
It's almost like as if you're looking through a tree of rock formations, if that makes sense. You know, even the gaps between them are narrow. You figure at some point you might even have to go to squeeze back past sideways to get through some of the gaps. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy task.
So slow and quiet.
I don't know. We could maybe do with a worm in here to clear away.
So, is the plan to try to squeeze your way through this?
What's the perimeter like of it? It's the same all the way around from wall to wall.
Yeah, and it's very irregular as well. So it's not sort of like a regular shape. It just seems like it looks like these have been formed over years. You know, you do notice that there's very little water in the bottom of this cavern.
We can see the exit the other side, can't we? But
it goes off to the south, and it looks like it's one of these round passages.
I don't know what do you think, Bartleby, Cyrus, Merrick, Terek? What do you think? Should we go back and go the other way?
The blight seems to come from here, right?
Yeah.
So it has to. The source has to be this direction, correct? Something.
So our best guess is that the source is this way.
Well, but it was strong in the swamp as well, wasn't it? In the marsh. So but the source wasn't there.
Yeah, but I guess the further in we got, obviously led us to this direction.
But why was it so lacking of it where we've just been at the well? There was none. Really, there was none, but there was a minimal amount on
Maybe,
the buildings.
Yeah, and it was coming up
It was
out of the
out,
well,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah. That's why we came down the well, was because it looked like the source of the blight, and it only makes sense to keep following that
But
path.
maybe the source of the blight is the place where the blight is least.
possibly.
It just seems very
like
strange.
Moving away from it rather than being produced by it, doesn't it?
That's
seems
right.
A bit odd.
It just seems strange that in the marsh there was blight again everywhere, and then we came to the well where there was no blight apart from maybe a little bit coming out of the well.
Maybe we've been thinking this wrong. Maybe we're thinking it's more like a tree with roots, but maybe you should be considered like the eye of the storm.
Yes,
So
like in the deserts and the tundra where the whirlwinds go around, but it's all calm in the middle. Yes.
Maybe. What do you guys think? Should we head back? Go for it seems the most calm. Maybe we find the source there.
Sure.
Just
I think that's our only two choices, isn't it? Is we go where there is blight, or we go where there isn't blight. We've just got to decide which.
Well, it would be weird for for the blight to emanate across such a vast area and not emanate certain areas where we assume it came from. So maybe we should check out the non-blighted area.
The non-blighted areas.
When it's essentially concentrated, and we're essentially in the middle of what we assume the blight be coming from.
Hazra, roll a survival check for me. One of the reasons that there could be less blight down here is that certain things might be feeding on it. And in the sense that Hazra, that the worms you think feed on it because you could see those marks. So it could be that could explain some of the reason why that,
So maybe the
and I forget
were iffy, perhaps.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned something about the worm being bigger. I forget who it was, or whether or not it was in character. So that might explain some of the alterations that you're seeing.
Yeah, I'll ponder a moment, and on thinking this, I'll relay it back to the group.
Okay.
And maybe these creatures, as I think it was Tarek who said that maybe they've been feeding and growing bigger, or maybe was it Marek who said that? I cannot remember.
It was Tarek.
It was Tarek.
Yeah.
So yes, maybe that is the case. I don't know. I know about nature, but these things are beyond my knowledge. So maybe
do you
maybe push on.
Do you want to make your way across this room?
Hold on.
Or do you
I
want to
use my
back?
staff to like poke one of the stick outcroppings. Like how fragile is this? Like if I tap it slightly, does it break and fall? Or is it pretty sturdy?
It's very sturdy.
I'm willing to try scouting ahead, see how hard it is to get through if you want.
Maybe it would be best for a more acrobatic comrade.
Catching kangaroo.
Sorry.
Well, sorry. Just fly through it and not have to worry about any of it. Me, so.
Well, I meant he's always bragging about his acrobatics, and.
But remember, we have to go. We have to follow him.
Yeah, I figured maybe if we're going to scout ahead, he might be a good option. Lower height, it'll be easiest for him to get through.
But yes, but then he would find the easy path for himself, but we may not be able to go through the small holes.
And he would have a bit of a problem with the light staying.
Yeah.
Oh, jump hurt we. Light. I'm going to break out a torch and my tinder and flint and set it alight.
Break out Tinder and
flint.
swipe left, swipe
left.
right.
Oh, no.
Not the time, Hazra.
Do you want to light
I'm going to light
torch?
a torch. I'm going to carry my spear in one hand and a torch in the other hand.
Yeah.
And I will follow with Merrick. I think it's best if one goes, we choose different directions to find an easy way to get through.
Oh, nice.
Like a pin. Is that okay with you, Tarek? Merrick? Even?
Yeah. You haven't got another torch, have you? No, actually, I've got torches, haven't I? Because that was in the stuff that we
your basics, yeah. Hopefully, your basic stuff.
Yeah, basic expedition gear included torches, didn't it? Let me see. Apparently, mine doesn't.
Okay, well, I do have two, so I'll reduce.
Oh,
I'll reduce mine by one and give you one, and we'll light it off mine.
Right, that makes sense.
Okay.
It lasts for 2 hours.
Yeah. So tell me when you want.
1 hour. Sorry, 1 hour.
Tell me when you want to drop it in the next combat, etc., or if something happens to attack you through this room.
I do think it might take us about an hour to get through this blue place.
So, Merrick and Hazra, you're trying to make your way through using different paths. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Try to find the easiest way through.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out. I've got some bandages or something. I'm sure I have. Anyway, I'm going to make markings on these. I'll just scrape something in the stalagmites I'm going past to make sure I mark my way through.
Okay then. So let's do Merrick first. Okay. So Merrick, you head your way, and you find it extremely uneven underfoot, and you find that you're sort of like moving sideways, sometime ducking to try to get out the way. So could you make for me a athletics check?
Athletics. Apparently I could, yes.
Yeah. Okay then. So that's the first one, and you carry on moving, trying to go your quickest way to the exits. So roll it again, please. Yep. And roll it one more time.
Oh yes.
Right. So
you could flip
it. Merrick goes down and has almost like a perfect route. He doesn't take any damage from anything as he goes through, and you sort of like tie bits of cotton or tunic round the way that you went for people behind you. Hazra,
this doesn't bode well for me, really, does it? But,
if you would like to roll your athletics.
99. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's all right. You both got the same. You both got the same athletics, 75 and 72. Yeah. Okay, so first bit, yeah, that's fine. Off you go. Second bit. That's absolutely fine. And final bit.
See if we can half it again. No.
So there's now 2 routes set out across both Hazra and I know what your other 3 are doing. You're just looking at your athletic skills.
Well, I thought we were gambling on who's going to win the race.
We can wave back saying it's not so hard. It's fine.
Fine.
So there's 2 routes marked out. So you can either take one of these routes or you can take your own way across. Now, interestingly enough, now you've got the light source bar to be. You've got the light source, and then Tarek
That's the hot sauce.
yeah, Tarek and Cyrus are with you at the moment.
Who is bigger, Merrick or Hazra?
I suspect Hasbro, but I don't know Hasbro's size.
I'm taller, but I'm quite lithe. So I'm near as damn it. I'm near as damn it. I'm 6 foot.
And Merrick is short and fat.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Well,
I've
I'm
seen
very
him
tall and
conducting
live.
trains and things. Yes. I'm like a ballerina.
Merrick is more bulky.
Yes. Well, I don't know actually. I just...
he's not particularly. So
What's his size?
He's big boned.
Size is only 10.
Oh,
His
what
size
size is Cyrus?
Only.
His
He's
size is
only
what?
10.
10.
10.
That's the same as me.
Yeah.
I'm size 13.
Oh, so there you go. Merrick's the smaller one.
But you're very tall, aren't you? You're very tall. Yeah. Bartleby's all.
I'm a size 10 as well.
Spear.
I'm only 10. So I'm gonna go with Merrick's path because I think it'll fit my body type more. Like if he can do it, then maybe I can too.
Well,
Okay,
when I hear this, I'm going to shout across. Well, I hope you don't need to use your hands.
So, I need to know what Cyrus and Tarek are doing.
I don't know that there's much of a choice.
You have to follow the light, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cyrus has multiple choices.
And he's going to be the coolest one. He's going to turn to a bird and just fly down.
Okay then. So, well, you're in vacation. If you fumbled this, then people are going to be laughing so much.
Don't laugh at me. Ooh.
Yeah. So you turn into your owl and fly across. When you start to fly across, you'll see what happens in a bit. Okay then. Bartleby and Tarek, you are on the way across. So I need some athletics rolls for you. But because you're...
I'll go for it. Sorry. I just wanted to do something before I started.
But because you're going across a path that has already been identified as fine, your difficulty is not standard. It's actually easy. Because you're going around. So yes, what did you wish to do?
Amriel, please. I'm terrible at everything. Protect me.
Is this just on you?
I have full confidence in my comrades when it comes to athletics.
Okay, then roll your folk magic skill. Yep. That's first time you receive a wound, it's just 1d3. Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Okay then, so let's do Bartleby first.
I would just like to point out that I have ADHD. As we came into this cave and you described this, I thought, I'm casting protection before I go through there. Didn't do it. Completely forgot.
Did it? Yeah. There you go. You didn't need to do it.
That's what it was. Why waste the magic point?
Yeah. Bartleby, off you go. Athletics roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Easy. That's good enough.
Like a ninja monk from Lindo.
Like a ninja monk from Lindo. There you go.
Don't make me laugh when I'm crossing.
Second one, off you go.
Oh, that was me.
Bartleby?
I'll use a point of luck to... Yeah, I'm going to reverse that.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, then. And a final one.
Only one left. I'm going to take that.
Yeah, so you...
For that one.
Yeah, you sort of like catch your leg on a sharp bit of rock that would have bitten into it and giving you some damage, and whatever other lurgy is actually is lurgy an English word?
It is, but
lurgy is an English word, I think.
It's sounds like you made it up.
You've got the lurgy.
But you know what I mean by you got a lurgy.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, like a disease.
Also 1d20 damage.
Yeah. So, but
Protection.
it sort of like scrapes against your leg, and you feel your protection spell suddenly kick in and protect you from it. Right, Mr. Terrick.
That's a good idea. Before I go, I'd like to call upon
the darkness.
the Akira, my black cat spirit.
Oh, nice. Yeah, roll your binding. Let's summon up your cat. Nice. I need to just it gives you luck points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So let me just check. What's the intensity of the spirit?
2.
You will get 1 luck point per 2 full points of intensity. So you'll have you get an extra luck point. So yeah, so as you call this up, it's almost like people watching Terrick at this. Have you got something ready for this, Terrick?
Or no, do you want me just go for it.
Yeah. You actually see Terrick sort of like shifting his head slightly, and instead of his eyes becoming milky that you've seen before, they actually take on that yellowness with that black slit of it, and he seems to move his head a bit and sort of like brush his hair back, and for a minute you think he's got whiskers and cat ears as the spirit takes over him.
He immediately starts looking for somebody to knock off a table.
Yeah.
But if he starts singing memories, I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah. Somebody give a box. Take out
your laser pens.
Okay, then. Here we go. Easy athletics roll.
Yeah. Sounds so easy. Oh, yeah. Point of luck to revert to re-roll that.
Point of luck. Here we go then.
Nope.
Hang on. Let me do this. You take 1 point of damage in either one of your legs. It's up to you which one you knock it off.
Take my left leg.
Okay. So your second athletic roll.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. Final athletics roll. Oh, so close.
I'll use another point of luck.
That was boating.
Yeah.
That was boating. Yeah.
Oh, that was boating.
Yeah.
And you failed.
You failed.
You're gonna try.
That's athletic, and that actually works.
What are you doing?
I'm so used to being in a kayak. I'm sorry.
Okay, and I need a invocation roll from you if we haven't already done it. Did we do your invocation? Cyrus,
yeah,
did we do your?
Yeah.
Oh yes, you did. That's it. So you fly across as well. So only poor Terrick got a bit of his leg scratched. You look down at the wound. It seems to be bleeding a little bit more than what you thought it should be. Can you just make for me, please, an endurance check, Terrick?
Does Terrick take high pressure medicine?
Ooh, I'd like to use a point of luck and reverse that to a 49.
Okay, then. Yeah, it seems to be bleeding quite a bit. It's getting a little bit red round the scratch mark, a little bit inflamed, but it might just be because it's fresh. You're not too sure. So the tunnel, you're at a tunnel that you can actually walk down out of this room. I'm just pausing if anybody wants to do anything. Cyrus, you're still in bird form. If you want to do anything before the scene sort of like finishes.
Yeah, poop on Bartleby's head.
You have 14. You actually have 14 minutes. I'm sort of like being nice.
Just don't fly too close to Tarek if he's still possessed by the spirit of a cat.
Oh God!
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Tarek drops down onto all fours and sort of like starts.
Jumps back into the stone.
I assume I just find a comfortable area to land and then turn back.
Okay. Fine.
Wait.
Hold
on. I feel like there's a trap at the end of this tunnel.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say it, but I have this. I'm going to wait till because I got time.
Everybody's ready.
I want to wait till everyone's ready. And then, well, actually, did I beat everyone to where we're going?
You did.
No.
No,
because Hazra and Merrick went across first.
We were
okay.
there.
Well, then I'm gonna do this. Then I will land, transform back to myself, and then start casting damage resistance on these the people. Like I probably all four of us, because Bartleby has his own little thing going for him.
So you want to put damage resistance on everybody?
Yeah.
How long does it last for?
Okay.
Till I'd say so, really. But no, I'd probably
no. If you're doing damage resistance, it only lasts for how many minutes you improve it with your shaping.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So, so how many people do you want to put damage resistance on?
Myself and
just all together.
Oh, 4.
4. Yeah. So who's not having it?
He's leaving me out because I can call on myself to become a tank.
Yeah.
All right. So 4 will be 4 people will be 3 points of shaping.
Yeah. And then I'll do just I'll prolong it up to 4 times because I only have 8 altogether, so I'll prolong it to 4
times the power.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like 20 odd seconds, or isn't it? 24 seconds.
Minutes.
No, 4 lots of minutes.
Oh, sorry.
So it'll be
4 times
56.
Yeah,
56 minutes.
Yeah.
It'll be nearly an hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
yeah, so
what it does, it does 8 armor, but it does not stack on your armor.
Right. No. But let's spend the next 50 minutes discussing that here.
Oh shoot!
Don't go for exactly how that works.
Yeah.
Okay then. So you're using 6 points of shaping to do 4 targets and 56 minutes. So we'll need an invocation roll to start off with.
Vacation is like a vacation.
That's brilliant. And you need to reduce your magic pool, your magic points by 3.
Okay. 1
for the normal one that you change your duration, and 1 that you're doing targets.
Sounds
okay.
Good.
And then that will be up now for an hour. So I will tell you when it comes off, or just ask me, is it still up?
Okay.
That'd be the easiest thing to do.
I'm going to lean towards Bartleby and say, do you think Tarek is limping a little?
It's bleeding a little more than I feel like it should, and I think it's inflamed.
You're bleeding?
With all the nasty down there, you should probably look at that, shouldn't you?
You should have said. You should have told Bartleby.
I just got here.
Oh, good point.
Don't forget to go,
Bartleby.
no.
You want me to take a? Oh, I'll take a look at it. I'll just invade your personal space. Do you want me to roll healing to take a look at it?
Do whatever is necessary under
was-
Tamriel.
Tamriel.
Yeah, Tamriel.
It's,
Okay,
it's the Elder Scrolls Online.
Games here.
I was asking the storyteller, not you specifically, Terry. Should
Oh,
I
right.
roll healing to see what I can say about it, or does it seem pretty?
Yeah, by all means, and you can.
Oh.
Hang on, just stay with that roll. If you augment it with your knowledge of poisons, would it make a difference? It's 20%.
It wouldn't be giving me 20% because my lore poisons is a 31.
Yeah, so it'll be 6 on there. So that'll be, so it's not going to help you. It looks fine. It looks a bit red. And it is bleeding a little bit more than you would have thought. And it looks like it was quite a minor wound. You know, it was just a scratch. It seems to be a lot more than a scratch.
We don't have pens at the moment, do we? So what you need to do is get your knife, make a circle around the wound. And
Yeah, see what I'm like.
Bartleby, have you
You could-
considered putting your mouth on the wound and sucking the poison out?
I've hurt myself too.
Yeah. I think you love sucking poison stuff, right?
Tarek, how do you feel?
I mean, I can walk on it. It's just I'm
Concerned.
yeah, I'm worried about it.
Well, ask and you shall receive. If there is any malady, I'm sure this will
Ooh, posh word.
fix you.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to
Use-
call on
use
Amriel
spell.
to draw out the poison or disease, whatever gross lurgy might be in your skin. And she
wow. Not even
uh,
cost anything.
That's the second time I think you've
He
got
just she just says, she just says, by all means, Bartleby, I will look after it. No, you do not need to give me any of your devotion pool.
Amriel
I will
in your
just-
pocket.
Yeah, so
hmm.
Bartleby puts his hands close and a warm glow emanates from them and surrounding the cut on your leg, Tarek, and you notice that the swelling goes down round it and it almost like closes a lot better. It looks more like just a scratch now rather than anything else.
Wow. I'm not sure how the spirits work exactly with you, but this definitely works.
Of course it works. It's Samriel.
Duh.
I don't know why everybody's so surprised when these miracles are able to be performed through her. Let me know if that
Maybe it's
gets worse.
Amriel
Maybe it's because you're underground.
true.
Ah,
Amriel
yeah.
is a powerful
We're in a
mistress.
bubble.
I've helped people underground with my magical moonlight goddess before. I don't. They're skeptical then. They're skeptical now.
No,
Let's just hope you
worked hard
don't.
last time.
Where I come from, there are no gods.
Well, she's
So-
a goddess.
That's
so-
why I'm surprised. Or
Do
goddesses.
you come from everywhere? Is that
Are there no gods in
Ma-
this land either?
Merrick
No,
is
not
just stood there thinking, what have I got myself
yeah.
into?
And they bring me to the nicest places as well.
Yeah.
we like to have fun.
Okay, so you've got one corridor leading out that seems to be a roundy one that you can walk down.
I'm going to nod at Merrick and then point forwards, and I think we'll both move off together.
Okay. So you walk down this corridor
I'm going to walk like the Fremen.
I'm just going to walk really, really light-footed. I'm going to stealth all
quietly,
the way.
stealthily. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a tunnel, and it looks like it's been carved by maybe one of these worms that you've met up with before. And as you go down the tunnel, you see your light starts to pick up at the second cavern, or the third one that you've been in. And it's as you move towards it, you sort of like cover your lanterns and your torches a bit, because there seems to be something in the cavern before you. And as you get closer and closer, you notice that the tunnel opens out into some kind of cavern. You can't see this end side of the cavern or the end of the cavern or anything, because hanging down from the ceiling is a mass of strange, pale, off-white vines. They seem to be quite thick, so about this thick, and they seem to be sort of like coming down from the ceiling. Some of them go right the way down to the ground. Others are really short. Others sort of like, just stop just above the ground, but it's completely thick. You can't see the other end. You can see the sides of the walls, but once they start to curve, it's just vines, and they're just hanging there. And you sometimes notice that some of them sort of like move slightly or repositions themselves, and yet there's no
No breeze.
sort of like breeze or anything. And Hazra, you're at the front, aren't you?
Yeah, we both are. But yeah.
Hazra, can you make for me, please, a formidable...
Hey.
Oh,
sorry.
Stop it, dog. Dog! What's its name? I can shout at him if you want.
This one's Milo. He's someone...
Milo!
Can't hear you.
Oh, that... What
Milo
was
noticed.
What wasn't there a cartoon? People dressed up as people that had Milo in it. Children's... Oh, it'll come to me. Can you make... Hazra, can you make for me, please, a formidable perception check?
Oh. I believe I cannot unless I Oh, no.
Dang.
I'm going to use a point to look. I'm going to re-roll that because I feel I need to look closer.
Oh, nice.
It's a good use of luck.
You're sort of like looking around, and you notice something, and you spy it with your keen eyesight. In several places, in 2 places that you can see, there seems to be some bones on the floor. It looks like part of a rib cage, and another place a skull, a human skull.
Oh,
nothing else. Just a human skull.
In relation to the vines, where are these? Are they near the vines?
Yes. So the vines are actually on the skull. A vine has actually grown sort of like underneath the mouth, if that,
and out
out
of
the
an
eyes. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's just sort of like, and then on the other one, it's just, there's a vine just resting on the sternum of the rib cage.
I'll point out to Merrick, and to what's over there.
Merrick will whisper, "I'm just wondering, what would webs look like from a spider as big as those bloody worms?"
I'm gonna punch him in the arm because I hate spiders. No.
And that seems to be a good place to leave it for tonight. And we'll come back with Merrick rubbing his sore arm. There was a children's television program when they were sort of like dressed up and with big shoes on, and one of them is called Milo.
It wasn't a dream, was it?
It could have
No,
been.
it wasn't. I've seen it. One of them's called Milo, and then there's a girl puppet and another Jake, I think. The
I have no idea.
Milo and Jake.
There was
Just be careful how you Google that.
There was a movie called
Tweenies.
Tweenies.
The Tweenies. Jake, Bella, Fizz, and Milo.
Oh God, yes. They're the ones with the stupid long faces, aren't they?
Yes.
And Milo's the hip kid one, isn't he?
He's the one that's really stupid.
Yeah, but he's like hip with it because, yeah, man. Yeah.
Milo, are you stupid? Oh,
I almost had my children adopted.
As long as you say it in a
that's
nice tone, he'll think so.
I was watching the Tweenies, so brilliant. Okay, then. Well done, people. So when we come back, we will be going. Well, you'll be deciding how to tackle this room, if at all. It's
I don't think we should
up to
tackle the vines. I think that'll be a bad move.
I think, can Cyrus just burn out the whole cave?
Yeah.
Burn the cave down.
You have to remember when I'm making up in adventures, I know Cyrus has fire.
Yeah, true. So probably not then.
So they're just vines.
Yeah, guys.
But you don't know he has lightning fire.
Weeds. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can get through by all means. I'm sure you can. Okay, people, thank you so much for coming along and supporting us tonight. We'll see how the environment treats the rest of the players. Bartleby, I've never known you to use so many heal spells, by the way. They seem to be coming off left, right, and center at the moment. You must feel really that you're
needed.
Doing your job, I was going to say.
I'm helpful for once.
Yeah, you are. Don't worry. There's more damage coming up. Don't worry. Brilliant. Okay, then. People says, thanks for the adventure. No worries. Just Vines reminds me of a few D&D monsters. The vampiric rose bush. Do you remember Stropers or Ropers? Does anybody remember?
I remember Ropers.
Yeah. And the other one that yes.
Yeah.
I was going to put some, what are they called? Piercers. Stalactites.
Yes, the living stalactites.
Yeah. I was going to put some of those in, but I thought, no, I'm not going to. Or I might have done, and now you're not suspecting. So brilliant. We will be back next week for some more Mythras. And if you want to catch up with all the adventures, then you can do so over on my YouTube channel. And before we leave, I'm going to allow the players an opportunity to say anything that they've got lined up. And we'll start off with Mr. Pickles.
I still have a podcast. We're recording very slowly. It's called And I Took That Personally. It's on Spotify. If you like podcasts where people giggle and talk about movies.
Have you done any more since last time?
The most recent one was within the last week or two. Stay Alive.
All right.
Movie from 2005 where my comrade really put me on the spot. So if you like hearing me caught off guard and stammering for a while, it's a good episode.
Oh, that sounds interesting. We'll have a look at that.
I hate it.
You hate it. Medivac.
Yes, no Baldur's Gate this Sunday, but we do have our own Mythras game, which is based on Night's Black Agents. On Monday from 7:15 onwards.
Nice.
Very good fun. And then on Thursday, we are Pathfinder 2ing it in Tribbles
Oh,
in
yes.
Atari. Oh god, I'll never get that right. But yeah, that's from
Nice.
7:30 onwards on Thursdays. Great fun.
Very
Thank you.
nice. Fishy fish, not fish.
I guarantee nothing, but I'm hoping to stream some Homeworld 3 tomorrow.
Ooh.
I had that pre-ordered for months because of the delays on it, and it came out on a Monday at the start of my working week, so I didn't get to play it all week. And then at the weekend, last weekend, I just did not feel up to it, so I still haven't actually played it. Hoping to do that tomorrow, and I figure I may as well do it on stream. Yeah,
sounds like a plan. Tickety Tex.
I don't have anything.
Nothing, and that's it.
That's all we have time for.
Captain Kangaroo.
Hey, I honestly not much. Actually, tomorrow I'll be live streaming my Broadway play. It's my first play of its kind. It's about an actress who's gone looking for a second wind for her career, like a miracle cure for her career. The title's gonna be Ozempic, the Epic. It's
I have no idea what he's talking about.
It's
nor does he.
It's well, no, I who knows. Also, maybe I'll make
I love the ad lib. It's brilliant.
unlike fish, maybe I'll make a song. Like when you want to be a prick and hit the intern with a stick. Well, maybe I have something for you. Have you ever heard of Ozempic?
This is your most surreal one, yeah.
Wait, actually, I'm being handed something right now. Let's see. Oh, it's a cease and desist order. Okay. I guess I won't be doing. Actually, I guess I'll just get drunk.
Just get drunk. That sounds
live
on stream. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't. You're not. Are you allowed to? Isn't that banned now?
Really, I do it all the time.
You can't like outwardly do it, but you can do it, but not say you're doing it.
It's the only way I get through a game.
Yeah.
I tell you.
I don't do it all the time. Wink.
I will be back on streaming tomorrow about 11 or 12 whenever I get back from taking my elderly mom out for a walk, and then tomorrow night I'll be doing some GM prep over on YouTube if you're interested. Darthy Ed says Medivac and then laugh out loud, the sign. So I think he was just laughing at you. I don't know whether or not it was whether or not it was
not laughing with
you.
me, but
so thank you if you came along and supported us tonight or any of the time. Remember, you can catch all the adventure over on the YouTube channel, as well as all our past adventures, including some really interesting stories. So do go and check that out. M Space is over there, Destin's over there as well, and also D&D 5th edition is there as well, and Starfinder and Call of Cthulhu and White Death as well, I think. Yeah, it's been fantastic sharing the adventure with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, it's goodbye from me. Bye-bye. And it's goodbye from them.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
I cut you off way before then. So